AITA for not reimbursing my nanny for books she bought for my daughter? My daughter, Ruby, is 12. Recently, she has gotten into the original Star Trek show, as well as The Next Generation. Ruby is also a big reader and has started to collect a few of the old Star Trek books that she finds in used bookstores and thrift stores. These books usually cost anywhere from 50 cents to a couple of dollars. My nanny, Tessa, F22, hangs out with Ruby most days after she gets out of school. Tessa has been her nanny for over a year now, and she and Ruby get along great. Tessa is big into thrifting and will often keep an eye out for the books Ruby wants. This is not typically a problem, and Ruby always pays Tessa back for the books using her allowance. The problem occurred when Tessa went on a family vacation out west. Apparently, she went thrifting during this trip and found some books for Ruby. She texted Ruby asking her if she wanted the books, and Ruby said yes. Well, Tessa returned yesterday with a stack of about 35 books and told Ruby they cost $50. Ruby doesn't have this much money and told Tessa. Tessa then asked me if I would cover the cost. I said no, as Tessa had never asked me about buying Ruby the books, nor was I aware of the conversation between the two of them. Tessa got upset and I asked Ruby to show me the text, which made no mention of price or even the amount of books she was buying. Tessa only said that she found some books for Ruby. Ruby is on the autism spectrum and does not read between the lines. You have to be very literal with her. Previously, Tessa has never bought Ruby more than 1 or 2 books at a time, so I told her that she should have clarified with Ruby regarding the amount, or double-checked with me before purchasing, and that I would not be paying the $50. Tessa said she could not return the books because they came from the thrift store. I stood firm in my decision and reiterated that she should have asked me first. Tessa left and Ruby is very upset. I know Tessa is a student and does not have a ton of money, so am I this asshole for not paying Tessa for the books? Edit. Because some people are asking, I am a single parent to Ruby, and while $50 will not make or break the bank, it is definitely an unexpected expense. I provide Tessa with an extra amount of money each month to spend on whatever she wants toto with Ruby, movies, the mall, etc. If she wanted to spend this fund on books for Ruby, that would have been totally fine, but she had already used ITUP. Edit 2. I definitely didn't expect this post to blow up overnight, so I'm going to add a bit more context. For those of you who are asking how I can afford a nanny for Ruby and still have $50 be a large unexpected expense, I do not pay for Tessa's services. Because Ruby is on the spectrum, she is entitled to benefits from our state, including care. The agency I work with pays Tessa. I am not involved in that process at all. AITA for refusing to share some money with my stepsister for college and being honest with my mom when she asked me why. My dad died when I was 7 and my mom remarried when I was 9. My mom's husband has a daughter the same age as me, Carrie. Carrie's mom is a hitty person, and last year my stepdad learned that his ex stole from Carrie and took all the money my stepdad had saved for Carrie's college. Carrie was upset because she really wants to go to college, and what SHE wants to do means like 8 years in college. She wanted to have as much help as possible, but no, it's all gone. They've been talking about it a lot, and my stepdad tried to find a way to get more money. Since Evan thought he pressed charges against his ex, the money is long gone and there is no way to get it back. My mom asked me if I would be willing to share the money dad left me for college with Carrie, and she told me how good of a sister I would be to help her after being betrayed by her mom. That I didn't need to, but it would mean so much to everyone. I told her I didn't want to share the money with Carrie. Mom said okay, but then wanted to know why. I didn't tell her the whole truth initially and told her I just wanted to keep the money for me, since it was saved by Dad, and what he wanted for my future. But she didn't really buy that from me, and a week or 2 later asked me again. So I told her the truth. That Carrie and I are not close, we are not sisters, and I don't want to help someone in such a huge way when I really don't care about them or even care if they're in my life. Mom told me she was surprised I felt that way. Then I pointed out Shay and her husband have known for years. That they used to point out how we never interacted like siblings. She told me she figured we still loved each other in some way. I told her I didn't anyway. Mom then told me I was wrong to refuse to help for that reason. That whether I like it or not, we are siblings, family, and Carrie deserves to have this. She told me I was being very selfish and she would hope my dad would be angry at me for not embracing Carrie as a sister despite our issues and not helping her. Then she told her husband what I said and he was pissed at me. AITA for telling my mom that I don't give a hit if she's proud of me? 21M. recently started a full-time job that I absolutely hate. It's exhausting, annoying, and I absolutely hate it. I'm currently trying to find a new job, but I'm really not having much luck. Yesterday, my mom picked me up from work and I was venting to her about my day. It's worth noting that she's the one who convinced me to apply to my current job. I was venting about my exhausting my job is and how I'm having tough luck finding a new job. She eventually told me, "Whatever is happening, I'm proud of you for working hard at your job and fully joining the workforce." I will admit that I got a bit peeved and said, "I honestly don't give a hit if you're proud of me. I'm unhappy and your pride in me isn't going to change that." We spent the rest of the car ride home in silence. My dad told me that, while he understands that I don't like my job, yelling at my mom was an extreme reaction. AITA? I do admit that yelling at mom was a bit extreme, but she needs to understand that her being proud of me isn't going to make me any more happy at my job. AITA, my girlfriend, says I am constantly criticizing her, but I think she's adding malicious intent to my simple questions. Understand that my GF is on the spectrum while I am neurotypical at best. Sometimes she does strange or questionable things that I cannot understand why she would do that. So I usually tend to question her on a lot of the things she does, and it's something that I do with most people. And it's usually pretty simple things like, "Why do you always carry so many things in your bag? Why would you walk over there instead of over here? Why are you doing this versus that?" There is zero judgment, they're just reflex questions. But she says that she feels like I am criticizing her. But I don't understand why she doesn't just stand firm in whatever she's doing. It's not like I am saying what she's doing is wrong, I am just wondering why she does what she does. Most of my friends and family would stand firm in whatever they're doing and brush me off by either saying IDK or because I want to. Since I'm questioning simple stuff. And I'll accept that and move on. But my GF is convinced that I am criticizing her. AITA? P.S. Everyone thinks I am a guy disappointed. I am 21F and my girlfriend is 20F. We've been dating for 11 months. I am not your ex-husband or ex-boyfriend or on incel. On other news, thank you everyone for the feedback, some are aggressive and some are so helpful. Red heart, everyone mass down votes my comments, so I am deleting them and just leaving the post up. AITA for wanting my stepdaughter to share a room with her half-sisters in our vacation house. My wife and I have 3 kids together, a 5-year-old son and 2-year-old twin daughters. My wife also has a 10-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. My wife and I love visiting a town a few hours away from us with the kids and decided this year to buy a house there. We've been looking at houses for a few months now, and there's one thing we can't agree on. We can afford a 3-bed 2-bath condo walking distance from all of the shops and restaurants, or a 4-bed 2 to 3-bath house, maybe a 5 to 10 minute drive to everything. I want to get the condo and have the girls in one room and my son in the other. My wife doesn't want her daughter to share a room with the twins, so she either wants the 4-bedroom house or I have to get a 3-bedroom. She wants to have the twins share with our son until we can eventually add a 4th bedroom, or her daughter goes to college and won't be traveling with us as much. I tried to compromise and find a house that has a 4th bedroom for my stepdaughter but is still walkable, but my wife still doesn't like it because her daughter would be in the basement while the rest of us would be on the 2nd floor. She says this house would isolate her daughter. Then she said she doesn't even want to be able to walk to the shops and restaurants because the double stroller is too bulky to bring into half of them. She'll have to deal with our son complaining about his feet hurting, and she can't even make that walk with the kids half the year when it's snowing. She has a habit of spoiling her daughter, and I think that's what she's doing here at my and my kids' expense. AITA for wanting a house in a walkable neighborhood even if it means my stepdaughter will have to share a room. AITA for not wanting my brother's new girlfriend at my wedding. I, 30F, am getting married in 6 months. I have a younger brother, 27 meters, whose relationship of 7 years ended 3 months ago. The reason of the breakup was that he cheated on his former girlfriend with the girl he is currently dating. His former girlfriend was like a sister to me. We grew to be really close during these past 7 years, and I was really disappointed on my brother. He had done such a thing to such a sweet person. I was really excited to have this girl in my bridal party. Now she won't even be at the wedding for obvious reasons, and on top of that my brother expects me to invite his current girlfriend. I really don't want her there. Even if they had started dating in a normal way, like not cheating, I'm not sure I would want to invite someone I met only a few months prior to the wedding day. I've been planning my wedding for longer than I've known this person. Also knowing that this new girlfriend really hurt my ex-sister-in-law, And the fact that she is the main reason she won't be there not there, would make me really mad and sad every time I saw her at the reception. I'm so mad at my brother too, cause what he did is awful. The only reason he is still in the wedding list is because I know my mother will start drama if I don't invite him. I don't think I'm the a-hole, but my brother and my dad are calling me a bridezilla and my mother is telling me I'm ruining the day for her. AITA?